All right, hi. Just finishing up on what I was saying before I got cut off. Apologize for that. So I was saying you don't have to take on the masculine energy to raise sons. Be in your feminine energy. That is where your power lies. And that is where he will be able to know the difference and see the difference and hear the difference between what he's supposed to be and what his future wife is supposed to be. See? So you can do those things in your role as a mother, because you can't teach him how to be a man. But you can help him. You can help him. And you can help him be the best person that he can be. Teach him about investments, about being an entrepreneur. Okay? And you should start these things when they're young. For those of you who are listening and you have young sons and they're 7, 8, 9 years old, when they get in from school, they should have school with you at least for an hour. So you ask me, what did I do with my children? That's what I did. And we didn't have TV. No TV. And if we had special shows that we enjoyed watching on Netflix or something like that, that was regulated as well. Didn't have much time for that because we was researching, learning. I had to teach them. You see, and when you do that, you create a special bond with your children. When you do that, mothers, for your sons, you'll see the manhood. This whole thing about, these feminine dudes that's coming out from these single parent household, and most of the time when people say that, they're talking about single mothers, and that these men are being so feminized by being raised by us. And that's because a lot of times it's because we're babying them. We baby them too much, and we don't give them the responsibility that they should have as men. When I was growing up, I've known young men and dated young men who grew up in a household full of women, and they were very masculine because of that. So it doesn't have to be that way at all. All right? But you as a mother just need more understanding of your role, and you need to care about, be able to ascertain, I would say, be able to look at your young man growing up. Is he feminine? Okay? Are you raising him to be too feminine? And yes, they can wash dishes. And they should. Yes, they can wash their own clothes. And they should. You should be teaching them these things and how to do these things. And exposing them to men as much as you can. This is how you do it, single mothers. Okay? Now, I can go into more of this for those of you who have questions or who want a private consultation. My links are below the video. I'm not going to belabor this, but these are things that you can do. As far as them walking around here with these skinny jeans and these tight spandex or whatever that's coming out for men, oh my goodness. This world, I tell you, we don't just go along with everything. Have some values yourself so that your children can determine their values. If you don't have any, you can raise children who may not have any as well. Or one of them may be able to ascertain that and learn it on their own. But for the most part, they won't. And that old saying, you know them by their fruit. See? So what kind of fruit are you producing? Think about this. And as parents, we should be thinking about how we affect our children, the things that we say, and especially our sons in these days and times. We need more warriors. We need men that are willing to protect the women. We need that right now. And wearing these skinny jeans and these things Pretty soon you're not going to be able to tell them apart. Wearing their pants down, pretty soon the pants are just going to come off and they're going to be in skirts and dresses. Just like one of my idols, Frances Cress Welsing, stated in her book, Isis Paper. Is that what you want? We need men. A lot of them are incarcerated. A lot of them are not able to get work. And sometimes those who have the warrior spirit, no matter what, they have this hustle mentality. And they're able to come up with something to make a living and not work for anyone. This is, in my opinion, how all of us single mothers should be gearing our sons towards that. But get your hustle on. Get your hustle on. And then turn that hustle into a business. And we should be exposing them to information, even if you don't know. Don't say, well, I don't know anything about investing. I don't know anything about being an entrepreneur. You can learn. And as you learn, teach your children. Everybody learn in the house. See? And then what's going to happen eventually is you're going to attract that man that you've been desiring, because you are now becoming that person yourself that you desire in that man. You are developing those values. See how that works? And your son, you'll start to see his manhood come about. See? Because as they get older, even though you're their mother, you become also that woman trying to tell them what to do. See? And that's a good thing. Because that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to disrespect you. But you will see their manhood coming about. And that's a little signal and a little sign that you're doing things right. And that will teach you to start to back off a little bit. Let them make their own decisions. Let him make mistakes. See? And you can point it out to him in short sentences, as I always say. Short sentences, to the point. That's it. So I'm not going to belabor this. Please leave your comments below. I welcome those. Any questions that you may have. All of my links are below. And you can follow me on all the social medias. And I'm going to upload some episodes I did from my Blog Talk Radio show so that you can listen to those. Very, very powerful information. But I like to keep the videos short. Alright. So I think that's it that I want to say on that subject. So let's raise soldiers. Let's raise men. Stop babying your sons and not letting them be responsible around the house. They should be fixing things. Okay, they should be making decisions. They should be deciding on what their hustle is gonna be, what they're gonna do, if they're gonna, even whether they're going to college or not. Okay, it should be a lot of researching going on and at home. And for those of you who have the financial whereabouts, go ahead and pay for some of these courses online from some of our brilliant people in our community. You got Dr. Boyce Watkins, have a wonderful entrepreneur program. You've got Black News 102. I believe every Wednesday they do an investment and entrepreneurial show where they're giving you information to start with. You have Lex Vortex and Ty Diggs, I believe that's his name, or Ty Day or something like that, who does a segment on starting manufacturing. So there are different things that you can do in books to help your sons become the entrepreneur that you would want your own man to have, and not work for somebody, if that's what you want. Okay, but you should want that for your son. Even if you don't want it for yourself, you should want it for them. See, this way they don't ever have to worry about anyone providing a living for them and their family. All right, and I'm going to talk to some of you mothers who ain't nobody good enough for your son. We're going to talk about that in the next episode. And so I will see you on the next topic. Peace. So he brings a young lady home to meet you and to meet the family, and you got an attitude. All right, this is the topic today. She ain't good enough for my son. Nobody good enough for your son. Hi, this is Victoria with SingleParentingMastery.com and the creator and founder of Stress-Free Parenting Mastery online course. Shout out to all my single parents out there holding it down every day, all day, making it happen. Always got to give a shout out to you. And I want to give a warm thank you to my subscribers and new subscribers. I appreciate you and thank you so much for that. Be sure and like and share this video. And thank you to those who stopped by and listened to my outformation. This topic today is one that I've seen a lot through the years, especially with single mothers. And that is, nobody's good enough for your son. No one. And you know who I'm talking about. Now, this channel is for those who care about the relationship they're having with their children. They want a better cooperative relationship. They want their children to respect them. If you don't care about that, then this is not your channel. So, what's going on that every time your son brings someone home, you have an attitude? Is it something going on from your childhood that is coming out? And if so, you definitely need to talk to me. What's going on in your mind? What are you thinking that you're not giving this person a chance to be with your son? See, when people get married, they add to your family. It doesn't take away anything. So she's not taking your son from you. He is giving you another daughter. Or maybe the daughter that you never had and always wanted. Have you thought about that? And then your grandchildren. Now, if you have a wonderful relationship with your son, or at least a halfway decent one, that he feels confident enough to bring someone to the home for you to meet, that's a point for you. You've done something well. You've done something right. But if you keep on with that attitude, every time he brings someone home, you rolling your eyes, you acting all funny towards her, you don't have no welcoming attitude, welcoming her and your family into your home, what's going to happen is, eventually, one day, he's going to be married. And he may be married for a few years. I've seen this. And you never have met your daughter-in-law. And he don't care to bring her around you. And now you got an attitude about that. Because you're not thinking how you were when he was young and attempting to bring someone around you with that attitude. And what you need to figure out is where that attitude is coming from. Now, a lot of you parents in your 30s and your 40s, and a lot of you in even your late 20s, but most of you in your 30s, you have children around 8, 9, 10, maybe even teenagers. You might even have one adult one. Look around you. Assess the relationship you have with your children. Do they listen to you? Are they respectful towards you? What's keeping you up at night? What makes you worry about them? And why? Are you afraid that your son is going to end up in jail because he won't listen to you? See? Because of your attitude. See, your children growing up, you are mother, you are father. Especially you mothers. This message is for you mothers. I don't want to get off topic because this is just from the heart and off the dome. For those of you who are my subscribers and you watch my videos, you know I don't make these videos until the Spirit moves me to give you this message. And so I give it to you as best I can, as clear as I can, in a short amount of time, because your attention span is very short. But for you mothers who have an attitude when your son brings someone home, I want you to think about where that's coming from. Did you watch your mother do that? Is it because you feel like she's taking your son from you and you're going to be alone? Know that that's not true. Your family is growing. And you are becoming in a position to be that person that guides them in their relationship as best you can. See, we are single mothers for various reasons. Despite what media has told people. Some of us are single mothers because our husbands died in war. Our husbands got ill and died. And because of divorce. Some of us were married more than once and had children by each of those husbands. So these are the reasons these are other reasons why we are single mothers, not just because, you know, she slept around and all of that, like the media would want people, that the media portray a single mother as. That's not the case all the time. But nonetheless, there are a lot of single mothers in the world, and this is why I was led to give you this information and to do what I do.